Hello boys and girls, welcome to my locker. Today we're going to look at harvesting tools. First up, Batman Pickaxe. Wield the power of the bat. Part of the Gotham City set introduced in Season 10. Next up, Sludgehammer. It's time to slime. Part of the Slurp Squad set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And notice how it's changing shapes as we're looking at it. And this one comes in purple. Sludge and Ripley. Epic Swords of Wonder. Turns out they're real. Part of the Quest Friends set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. And this one comes in default and shadow. Fusion Sith. Start a reaction. Part of the Fusion set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this one comes in Xev and Fusion. Harmonic Axes. Perfectly tuned duo. Part of the Sky Style set, introduced in Season 9. And this one comes in pink, purple, orange, and black. Angler Axes. Hook 'em twice. Part of the Open Water set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this one comes in Riptide and Turk. Meaty Mallets. Give 'em a thwack. Part of the Deadpool set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. Vox, or better yet, Vokes, which is short for vocals. Belt out the hits. Part of the Sky Style set, introduced in Season 9. And don't forget to sing from your diaphragm. Vanquisher. Swing with the strength of steel. Part of the Fortnite set, introduced in Season 10. Stormbolt. Strike like lightning. Part of the Raging Storm set, introduced in Season 9. Mech Axe. Programmed for perfection. Part of the Suit Up set, introduced in Season 9. And this comes in red, orange, blue, and green. Bank Shots. Run the Table. Part of the Stripes and Solids set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this one comes in scratch, 8-ball, and gold. Boulder Breakers. Go over it or go through it. Part of the Ascension set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this one comes in both Hazard and Journey, which was one of my favorite bands in the 80s. Bunker Basher. When you absolutely positively gotta get out of that bunker or in. Homemade with Love. Part of the Bunker Days set, introduced in Season 9. Cosmic Cleavers. Leave it to Beaver. Strike for the Stars. Part of the Space Explorer set, introduced in Season 10. And this one comes in red, cerulean, and green. Fang Saws. Bite Back. Part of the Storm Scavenger set, introduced in Season 10. And this one comes in multicolors: black, rust, crimson, and hunter. Gilded Scepter. Note that they spelled gilded incorrectly. It's supposed to be G-U-I-L-D-E-D. But who am I to say? Cursed, but also shiny. Part of the Midas Revenge set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. And this one comes in Golden King, No Glow, and Skeleton King. Party Crashers. The party starts now. Part of the Standout Style set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. Med-X. In case of emergency, part of the Bad Medicine set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. This one comes in purple, Toxin, and purple. And Remedy. I said purple twice there. Low and slow, lock in the flavor of victory. Introduced in Season 9. Grill your opponents with these highlight strikers. Add a touch of color. Part of the standout style set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this one comes in yellow, chic, and cameo. Hack and smash. Ready for the quick draw. Part of the Brute Force set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. Golden King. Crafted with the Midas touch. Part of the Golden Ghost set. Chapter 2, Season 2. Peppermint Pick. Tap a deep vein of mintiness. Part of the Winter Wonderland set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And I believe this one was part of the Christmas events. Renegade Rollers. Roll up the competition. No, I'm sorry, roll up on the competition. Part of the Aerosol Assassins set introduced in Season 10. Revoker. Take what's yours. Part of the Bounty Hunter set introduced in Season 9. And this one comes in yellow, red, and teal. Ripe Rippers. 2 strikes and you're out. Part of the Bunker Days set introduced in Season 9. And this one comes in Ripe Rippers. I'm sorry, Default and Peely. Scepter. Find the perfect beat. Part of the Twin Turntable set introduced in Season 10. Scarlet Scythe. Honed on a dragon's claw. Part of the Scarlet Dragon set introduced in Season 9. Steel Shadow. Strike from the Shadow's Edge. Part of the Lone Shadow set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. As a matter of fact, I just obtained this yesterday as part of Storm the Agency's challenges. Specialist Pickaxe. Gear Specialist Axe of Choice. Part of the Custom set introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. And this one comes in brown cameo, default, Arctic camo, jungle camo, urban camo, and I believe I said brown cameo, but I intended to say brown camo. Sparkle Scythe. Dazzle and Destroy. Part of the Fortnite Fever set, introduced in Season 10. Solid Scratch. The world is your scratching post. Part of the Swole Cat set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. Snowy. Use your head. Part of the Winter Wonderland set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And this was also part of the Christmas event. Shortbread Slicers. Fight 'em with Frosting, part of the Gingerbread set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. Teeth. Or is that TNT? Blast with a Bite, part of the Short Fuse set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. And this one comes in both Shadow and Default. Banana Axe. Or you could call it Banana Axe, but I think it's Banana Nax. Good luck saying it anyways. Split anything that gets in your way. Part of the Banana Royale set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2. Boy, all that's a big tongue twister. Birthday Slice. Make a wish and swing away. Part of the B-Day Bunch set, introduced in Season 9. And this was part of Fortnite's 2-year birthday anniversary. Cookie Cutter. Sweet Vengeance. Part of the Gingerbread set, introduced in Season 7. Fork Knife. Don't forget your table manners. Introduced in Season 9. And this one actually comes in Fork Knife, or knife fork. Like there's any difference. Alright, Twilight Strikers is up next. Sparkle and Slice, part of the Beacon set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. And last but certainly not least, the default pickaxe. Perfectly unremarkable. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my harvesting tools, and keep picking away at those things that you pick away with, like brick, stone. I think brick and stone are considered the same in this game. Wood or metal.